Hi, watchful listeners. Tonight we are going to part 2. Now, where am I? Oh, last time? But made his. There we are. Wait, business fun. Wait, welcome to German sir. Good evening. Here, a protagonist Worthy has just been encountered by just encountered his, basically his boss, who is a bully who decided to stick his face in the murder. Let's see will he survive. Okay, what's up, bully, blah, 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 and... Let business find out all your secrets, the things that upset you most, and taunt you with them. He enjoyed picking Tom, who was small and shy. Had no friends to stick up for him, and Tom could not get back at him, and Murphy's family had to pay him to make him a first-time venture. Tom, who had no family, was a mere fraud. He knew Murphy was only bothering to torture him because he was able to impress a pretty young historian named Sidney Portus, who was standing just behind Tom. Nolan turned his back. Look, Sidney Portus! Look! Look! No, I can't. Look! That's it. You can do that, I wonder. The gap between London and its prey was narrowing fast. A dark shape had lifted over Chris. Soon there was another one. Airships. The crowd was cheered. And Muffet said, air merchants. They know the town is doomed, you see. So they're making sure to get away before we eat it. If they don't, we can claim their carriages along with anything else aboard. Anything wrong with anything else aboard? Tom was glad to see the City Portus looked truly bored by Miss. She was a year above him, and must already know his stuff, because she had passed her guild exams, and his student's mark tattooed on her forehead. Look! She said again, catching Tom's glance and grinning. Oh, look at him go! Aren't they beautiful? Tom pushed his untidy hair out of his eyes, and watched as the airships rose up and vanished into the stale grey clouds. For a moment he found himself longing to go with them, but up into the sunlight. If only his poor parents had not left him to the care of the guild, to be trained as a historian. He wished he could be a cabin boy aboard a skyscraper and see all the cities of the world. Petro angles adrift to the blue Pacific, and angels, and an archangel, I think so, skating on iron, runners across the frozen northern seas. There's the great ziggurat towns of the Nuvio Mans, right, and the unmoving strongholds of the Anti-Traction League. That was all just a daydream. Better save for some dull museum afternoon. A fresh outbreak of cheering warned him that the chase was nearing its end, and he forgot the airships and turned attention back to the Southbrook. The whole town was so close that he could see the ant-like shapes, people running on its upper tiers. How frightened they must be of one of them bearing down on them, and nowhere to hide. But he knew he mustn't feel sorry for them. It was natural to cities, towns. Instead of towns, small towns, and smaller towns, not up by little static settlements. That was municipal Darwinism, and it was the way the world had worked for hundreds of years. And the great engineer, Nicholas Quirky. Nicholas Quirky had turned London into the first traction city. London! London! He shouted his final voice of chills, and shouts of everybody else on the platform. And a moment later, they were rewarded by this flight of a wheel breaking loose, and the town slid to a halt. Smokestacks snapping off and crashing down into panicked shrieks. And then one of those lowering tears blocked it from view, and then fell to the deck place shiver. His large, huge jaws slamming shut. Whatever. There was a frantic cheering. Observation platforms all over the city. Loudspeakers cheer players from the play London Pride. And somebody Tom had never seen anybody shouted, "A cat! A cat!" He didn't mind at that moment. He loved everybody on the platform, even Millicent. "A cat! A cat!" He yelled back, struggling free, and felt the deck plates tremble again. Somewhere below in the city, the great steel teeth were gripping Suffolk and dragging backwards into the gut. "And perhaps the Princess Atwood, you would like to come as well," Survivor was saying. Tom had no idea what she was talking about, but as he turned, she touched her. Ooh, are we getting a romance in here? As he turned, she touched his arm and smiled. "There'll be celebrations in Kensington Gardens tonight," she explained. "And fireworks. Do you want to come?" He didn't usually invite the princess to parties, especially not people as pretty and as popular as Clyde. Tom wondered if this was one of them. Obviously didn't think so, for he tugged her away and said, "We don't want Natsworthy resort here." "Why not?" asked the girl. "Well, you know," Papa murmured. His square face turned almost red. "He's just a third skivvy here. He'll never get his guild mark. He'll just end up as a curious assistant. Won't you, Natsworthy?" "The P Dad wouldn't leave you enough money for a proper apprenticeship." "That's none of your business!" shouted Tom angrily. His elation and the catch had evaporated, and he was on the edge again, wondering what punishments would be in store, and probably found out that he had sneaked away. He was in no more for Melford's taunts. Still, that's what comes of living in a slum on the low tiers, I suppose. Smirked me up a turning black city spot. And that's where his mum and dad lived on 4, you see. Looked to them and they both got squashed, fried as a couple of raspberry pancakes. Splat! I didn't mean to hit him. It just happened before he knew. Caught his hand into a tight fist and lashed out. "Ow!" wailed Emma, so startled that he fell over backwards. Someone cheered and quite stifled a giggle. Tom just stood staring at his trembling fist. Now he had done it. Muffins was much bigger and tougher than Tom. He was already back on his feet. I tried to restrain him, but some Aristos were cheering him on. A group of boys in green tunics, apprentice navigators, cluttered toward the whistled close behind, and chanted, "Fight! Fight! Fight!" Tom knew he stood no more chance against Melford. Melford and Stafford took a step backwards, but the crowd was hammering him in. And Melford's fist hit him on the side of the face. Ow! And the silver stood in his way. As he ran his head against his head, "Oof!" Mark kept around the red eyebrow face under an unconvincing wig. A face that grew even redder when he recognized it. "Natsworthy!" Boom, Shuttleworth, Pomeroy, what in Quirky's name do you think you're playing at? And that's the end of chapter 1, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this a little bit. If you liked it so much, you can watch more of it. You can listen to more of it tomorrow night. Now I shall bid you good day. Goodbye. Good night. And if you have any knowledge of what guild marks are, or what the fudge they even mean, please explain, because I still know nothing about this book.